You're live. Now, I'm trying this new Zoom thing and letting the Zoom work with the camera because it seems like it makes the quality of the videos better with my cheap $150 camera. I'll get a new camera eventually. First, I gotta pay some bills eventually, 2 months from now, maybe. So, before we begin, I want to mention a video that I was watching this morning. And it's in regards to possibly proving that the Quran is from God. Now, this is not for non-Muslims to prove that the Quran is from God and you need to follow the Quran. That's not what I do, and that's not what I'm doing. It is for Muslims to strengthen their belief in the Quran, and possibly that it's from God. What does it have to do with yoga? One truth, many paths. So here's Islam. We're supporting our Muslim family, and I support the Christian family many times. Hindu, I kind of support that a lot of times, but I know Islam and Christianity, so that's why I always talk about those two. I could talk about other ones, but I don't know, so I'm not going to make up something. It would make the videos a lot harder, and I would have to prepare for like 3 hours before I made a video. Anyway, so I was watching this video, and it was titled, or it is titled, "Is the Quran from God?" Dr. Shabir Ali. And it was a 14-minute video, or it is a 14-minute video, giving reasons of how the Quran is possibly from God. And the one thing that jumped out at me, in order to prove that the Quran is possibly from God, is when Dr. Shabir Ali mentioned chapter 51, verse 47. And summed up, the chapter states that God is expanding the universe. But what's interesting is that the expansion of the universe was not discovered until the 1920s with the Hubble telescope. I don't know. So take away what you want from that. You could say, as a Muslim, hey, wow, that's cool. Let me look it up and find out more about it. Or you can say, no, the words are different. But words are not. Expansion, universe. Look it up. I'll leave some links under the video so you can research it more. Let me read the verse. Chapter 51, 47. And it is we here is God, the royal we. So let me start over. So we is God. Anytime I say we, capital W, it's the royal we, which is God. So 51, 47. And it is we who have built the universe with our creative power. And verily, it is we who are steadily expanding it. So take away what you want from it. Think, hey, that's a bunch of crap. I don't believe that because X, Y, and Z. Or it's like, man, and you're a Muslim and you're thinking, man, that's awesome. Thank you. Strengthens my belief in my path, right? And that's what we're doing. I want to strengthen people's path in Christianity and all the little paths within Christianity and Islam, all the little paths of Islam, because one truth, many paths. And that's what it has to do with yoga. So that was what I shared before the yoga routine. And what we're going to do today are 2 slow sun salutations. And we're just going to focus on our breathing. See, for me, it's morning time. So I do the sun salutations But I would like to start expanding and doing more yoga poses, but I don't have the proper camera to do that. And I need to work on getting a camera, but I have to. Things cost money, man. Things cost money, money, money. So let's go ahead and begin. We're going to go to mountain pose. Feet are shoulder width apart. Spread the toes as wide as you can. Each toe touches the floor one at a time. Knees are bent. Hips are tilted. Arms are relaxed. Shoulders are relaxed. No tension in the neck. And you're just finding that spot where the skeleton is just standing. So you lengthen up, and then you let the bones line up where the skeleton just stands, as if you were just your skeleton. And now you're going to focus on the breathing. You think of nothing else but the breathing. You focus on the breathing. You're going to watch the belly go in and out, expand, and go back in. When you inhale, the belly expands. When you exhale, the belly goes in. You're not controlling it. You're just watching it. Or you bring your focus to the tip of the nose, and you're going to watch the air go in and out. Again, you're not controlling the breathing. You're just watching it. And what happens, you'll start to think about other things. And when you realize you're thinking about other things, don't judge it. Just simply bring your focus back to the breathing. Bring your palms together, thumbs to the heart center. Push the arms out and back. It's the first stretch, so go nice and easy. You're inhaling, and then you're going to exhale. As you exhale, you hinge forward to the lower back, and then you're just going to fall into the ragdoll. Now with the ragdoll, the arms dangling, the head is dangling. And you're just accepting where you are. So you don't judge it. Let go of judgment. That's a barrier that can't speak. That will prevent the mind and body from becoming one. So let go of judgment. Don't judge it. Settle, accept, and just focus on the breathing. And just focus solely 100% on the breathing. So release all the tension in the shoulders. Let the arms dangle. Release all the tension in the neck. Let the head dangle, so no tension. Then you can we're not going to bring the left foot back. We're going to bring the palms to the calves, elbows into the sides of the legs. You'll arch the back. Raise the head. Inhale as much as you can. And then you're going to exhale. As you exhale, you pull yourself in and down. Push all the air out. Get all the air out. And again, arch the back. Raise the head. Inhale. Then exhale. As you exhale, you pull yourself in and down. Push all the air out. And again, arch the back. Raise the head. Inhale. Then exhale, pull yourself in and down, push all the air out. We're going to do two more. Arch the back, raise the head. Inhale. Then exhale, pull yourself in, push all the air out. Last one, arch the back, raise the head. Inhale. Then exhale, push all the air out. Palms to the sides of the feet. Left leg is back. You're going into a low lunge. With a low lunge, top the foot to the floor, knees to the floor. Hips are square, pushing forward diagonally. Make sure the front knee is not over the toes. To your palms, maybe to your fingertips. Maybe you're on your fingertips. Maybe you're up like this. Doesn't matter. As long as the mind and body's connecting, you're doing yoga. That's judgment. If you're like this because you have an issue in your lower back or something, you don't say, man, I wish I could go down further. Or, man, this or that. Let go of that. That's judgment. That's not what we're doing. And even if you're doing it perfectly, you're feeling like, man, I'm doing this perfectly. That's awesome. But let go of that too, because that's judgment too. It will prevent the mind and body from becoming one. So you're feeling open here. You're opening up. And openness is a mindset. We're learning that mindset on the yoga mat. You're going to take that mindset off the yoga mat. You're going to feel opened throughout the day. Have an open mind, open to new ideas, new adventures, new thinking. Just feel opened. And that happens too by acceptance. You're accepting yourself. That's what we're doing on the yoga mat. So you're accepting where you are in the yoga poses. Acceptance has an element of openness in it. They're the same thing, basically. Just the words are making it confusing. But I have to use words. I don't have to. Okay, so go into high lunge. So knees off the floor, toes are curled under. Just going to settle here for a second or so. Then move into the downward dog. Now with the downward dog, you are pushing into this pose. Arms are straight. Legs are straight. Tailbones to the ceiling. Heels are towards the floor. You're pushing to the spot right before you feel like, man, I shouldn't go any further. Find that spot. Settle there and focus on the breathing. Thinking of nothing else but of the breathing. And if it's becoming too much, and you feel like, man, I need to bring myself out of it, you're listening to yourself. You're your own guru, so you're going to bring yourself out of it. If you feel like, man, I can go further, go further. You don't want to listen to me. I'm not your guru. Don't want to be your guru. Don't want to be your leader. We're just doing yoga together. Then I'm going to slide into the upper dog, go down to the knees and the chest. You slide up. Tops of the feet are to the floor. Palms are to the floor. You're feeling open. So you can listen to the body. If this is too much, you bring yourself out of it. Go to hands and knees and do the cow. So you arch the back. Or you go to a small cobra. Bring the chest off the floor. No pressure on the hands. The hands are touching the floor, but you're not using them. Or you do the upper dog and just feel opened. You're getting a mindset on the yoga mat. That's the main objective. Oneness, when the mind and body is connecting. The poses, those are great. But you want to make sure the mind and body is connecting. That's when you're doing yoga. And then back to downward dog. With downward dog, arms are straight. Legs are straight. Tailbones to the ceiling, heels towards the floor. And you're focused on the breathing. Thinking of nothing else but the breathing. Push a little bit more if you feel like you can. If you feel like, man, I can't push a little bit more, that's all right. Listen to yourself. Again, don't listen to me. We're doing yoga together. The left foot is up between the hands into a low lunge. Low lunge, top the foot to the floor, knees to the floor. Hips are square, pushing forward diagonally. Make sure the front knee is not over the toes. Back is straight. If the back is straight, you're reaching out. You're elongating. You're stretching out. If it's arch, you're doing a scoop. Hip bones are going forward. Back is scooping. Head is going up. And you're feeling open. Now, you might be to your fingertips. You might be like this. Doesn't matter. Because you want the mind and body to connect. So no matter how you look or how you think you should look, if your mind and body is connecting, you're doing yoga. And to have the mind and body connect, you got to let go of judgment. That is a barrier. The mind's here, body's here. The barriers are judgment, trying to be somewhere, not being in the moment. Get rid of that so the mind and body connect. And you're doing yoga then. You're feeling opened. Openness is a mindset. That's what we're learning. Feeling open, let go of all judgment, all control, and just feel opened and accept where you are. You're taking that off the yoga mat. You're going to accept, you're going to feel open all through the day, or hopefully all through the day, right? High lunge, so curl the toes under in the back, knee goes up. Then move into the standing forward bend. With standing forward bend, palms are to the calves, elbows into the sides of the legs. And you're pulling yourself in and down, and you're focused on the breathing. You're thinking of nothing else but of the breathing. Now here, this pose is important because it heightens your awareness of subtleness. So you're 100% focused on the breathing. That heightens your awareness, makes you know what's happening in the body. You're feeling the stretch in the hamstrings, maybe the calves, maybe the lower back. Wherever you're feeling it, you're aware of it. And the subtleness that you're paying attention to, not paying attention to, that you're aware of, is when you inhale, the belly swells with air. It pushes you out of the pose just slightly. When you exhale, the belly goes in. You go into the pose a little bit more. So it's a subtle movement. You're aware of that subtleness. And what happens is that you learn how to become aware of subtleness. You take that mindset off the yoga mat, and you're aware of subtleness that's happening around you. The palms together, reach out, up and back, inhale. Then turn the palms out, push the air down and out, exhale. Again, inhale. Exhale, hinge forward, reaching out, hinging from the lower back. Then palms go to the calves, elbows into the sides of the legs. Pull yourself in and down and focus on the breathing. Let yourself breathe. Let yourself move. Palms to the sides of the feet. Left leg is back into a low lunge. With the low lunge, top of the foot to the floor, knees to the floor, hips are square, pushing forward diagonally. Back is straight or arch. Make sure the front knee is not over the toes. And just feel open. Again, it's a mindset of openness. You're accepting where you are. All important. It's one mindset. Technically, it's just one mindset. And that's just oneness. But I'm explaining it using language. Language in itself separates the truth of it. But that's okay. It's a path. Now with the back foot, going to curl the toes under, knee goes up, high lunge. So here for a second or so, just as a transition pose, and then into downward dog. Downward dog, arms are straight, legs are straight, tailbones to the ceiling, heels are towards the floor. And you are pushing into this pose. If you feel like, man, I can't push into this pose, bring yourself out of it some. You feel like, man, I can go further. Go further. Just because you commit to a specific position doesn't mean you can't change it up. It's all right. Be flexible. Change it up. Listen to yourself. Listen to your body. Learning to be your own guru. Now you slide into the upper dog, drop down to the knees and the chest. You slide up. Tops of the feet are to the floor. Of course, the palms are to the floor. You're going to modify the pose how you have to. Again, to modify it, you go to hands and knees and do the cow, arch the back. Or you go to small cobra, bring chest off the floor. Palms are touching the floor, but you're not using them. You're just pulling yourself up. The back muscles are pull muscles, so you're pulling yourself up. Or do the upper dog the best you can. Or do it what you think is perfect. No matter how you're doing it, it's going to be perfect. Because you're going to accept where you are and focus on the breathing. And then back to downward dog, pushing into it. Really push into it now. It's the last downward dog, so you're going to push. And if you feel like, Charlie, I can't push, don't push. Very important. We're doing yoga together. I don't want you to listen to me. I want you to learn how to be your own guru. Be your own leader. I don't want to be your leader. I really don't. Barely lead myself. So arms straight, legs are straight, tailbones to the ceiling, heels are towards the floor. Pushing into it. You're really pushing into it if you can. And then if you're pushing into it, 10 seconds into it, you feel like, man, I need to bring myself out of it. So listen to yourself. Bring yourself out of it. That's all an important mindset. You're learning this on the yoga mat. So when you're off the yoga mat, you're learning to listen to yourself. So you're off the yoga mat, you're listening to yourself. Something comes up, like, man, I don't like that. You make a decision. You talk to yourself. Talk it out with yourself. Left foot is up between the hands. And if you believe in God, you talk to God. Whatever. Just don't follow. What's the point? Don't be a follower. With the back foot, top of the foot to the floor, knees to the floor, hips are square, pushing forward diagonally, back is straight or arched. Front knees not over the toes. It is lengthen up some. And just focus on the breathing. Thinking of nothing else but the breathing. Again, you're feeling opened. It's a great mindset to have off the yoga mat. We're learning it on the yoga mat. And then high lunge, then standing forward bend, pull yourself in and down. Focus on the breathing, heightens your awareness and let you know what's going on in the body. Palms together, reach out, up and back, inhale. And exhale, push the palms out, push it down and out. You're going to go to mountain pose. And we're going to easy pose. So, if you want to go to the back of the mat, that's usually what you do in a classroom. You go to the back of the mat, classroom, in a class. But if not, I go to the front so I can be in front of the camera. So I wish I had like a remote that I can go, and the camera lowers and it zooms. And then when I stand up, it goes zoom, zoom. Or when I bring my hands up, when I'm standing up, my hands go out of the frame, the camera can back up. Of course, I see people on YouTube do that, but they have multiple cameras. And I think they might have somebody that does it while they're doing it, or well, I guess if you're live, you have to do it while somebody would have to do it. Of course, if you have multiple cameras, you can cut it if you're not doing it live. But I only got one camera, $150 camera. Sorry, not sorry. That's what it is. So back straight, hands are in front, easy pose, which is the modification of the lotus. Now, if this is uncomfortable, you go to the wall, lean your back against the wall, or you lean back like this. Doesn't matter. Our main focus is to have the mind and body connect as one. So you get comfortable, don't judge it, because judgment is a barrier and will prevent the mind and body from becoming one. Again, so the mind's here, body's here, just an example. And the barriers are here. Judgment, trying to be somewhere, self-doubt, all these things. Get rid of that stuff. That will let the mind and body become one. So back is straight, hands are in front. Some people put up the hands here. I did a Zen Buddhist meditation last week. That's what they did. I did this. Everybody did that. I should have did that. I should have followed, but I didn't. Should have. So you can tilt the head to the right ears to the right shoulder. Left shoulder's down, shoulders are level, and you're focused on the breathing, thinking of nothing else but the breathing. And when you focus 100% on the breathing, it heightens your awareness, lets you know what's going on in the body. So it makes you aware of the stretch in the left side of the neck. But you're aware of it. You're not focused on it. You're focused on the breathing. Bring the head to center, tilt the head to the left ears to the left shoulder. Focus 100% on the breathing. Aware of the stretch that's happening in the right side of the neck. Maybe you're aware of the back being fatigued or an issue you have in the knee or whatever. But you're not focused on that stuff. You're focused on the breathing. Bring the head to center. Tilt the head back. Keep it back straight, and the chin goes straight up. You're not drawing the head back. You're going straight up. And just focus on the breathing, thinking of nothing else but on the breathing. And then bring the chin down to the chest, back it straight. Bring the head to center. And the neck rolls. Drop the head down to the right, down and around. And the head goes down and around. You're exhaling. As the head goes up and back, you're inhaling. And you're going to link the movement with the breathing. And what happens when you're 100% focused on the breathing, the movement becomes a form of a moving meditation. And when the head goes to the top, you're going to reverse. Exhale as you go down and around. Inhale as you go up. Just focus on the breathing. Link the movement with the breathing. Think of nothing else but the breathing. And then when the head goes to the top, bring yourself to center. Shoulder shrug, shoulders to the ears, back, down, and around. Shoulders are going up. You're inhaling. The shoulders are going back and down. You're exhaling. Again, linking the movement with the breathing makes the subtle movement be a form of a moving meditation. When the shoulders go to the ears, going to reverse. Exhale as you go down. Inhale as you go up. And focus 100% on the breathing. Think of nothing else but the breathing. And bring the shoulders to center. Now, trunk rotation is dropping down to the right, down and around. As you go down and around, the back is straight, and you're reaching out, and you're exhaling. As the trunk goes to the top, you're inhaling. Again, link the movement with the breathing. This is why this yoga routine becomes a form of a moving meditation. Because you're focused on the breathing, it makes you aware of the movements and what's being stretched. And when the trunk goes to the top, you're going to reverse. Exhale as you go down and around. Inhale as you go up. So the movement is no longer just a movement. The stretching is no longer just stretching. It's a form of a moving meditation. And then when the trunk goes to the top, you're going to bring yourself to center. And then you're going to do half spinal twists. So left hand goes on the right knee, right arm goes up. Think of the spine, pull yourself up. Then you twist, palm goes to the floor, center of the back. Arm is straight as against the back. And make sure the head is twisting and you're focused on the breathing. Think of nothing else but on the breathing. I'm going to go ahead and release center. Right hand's on the left knee, left arm goes up. Pull yourself up. Think of the spine, pull yourself straight up. Then you twist, palm goes to the floor, to the back, arm is straight, and it's against the back. And make sure the head is twisting. And think of nothing else but thinking of the breathing. Again, twist the head. Go ahead and release, back to center. Back is straight, hands in front. Maybe you're on the wall or against the wall, back is against the wall. Just focus on the breathing. Again, you're just watching yourself breathe, thinking of nothing else but the breathing. Go ahead and reach behind you. Go out. Can't speak. The whole time, I messed up like 3 times, and then I just messed up again 4 times. Thanks, Miss Harvey. Miss Harvey was my speech teacher. When I was like 8, when I was in elementary school. Then you're going to lean forward, forehead's going to the floor, or towards the floor. And it's the yoga seal. You're sealing in all the benefits of the yoga asanas and the deep relaxation, keeping the peace that you gained through the rest of the day. And we didn't do the deep relaxation, so I messed up. You're sealing in all the benefits of the yoga poses and keeping the peace that you gained through the rest of the day. Go ahead and bring yourself back up. Hands in the back and front. And just center yourself. We're just going to stay here a little bit longer, so just watch yourself breathe. You're already breathing automatically. So you're just going to watch it. And we're just going to stay here a little bit longer. So watch yourself breathe. Then bring the palms together. And stay. That's it. Went over time, like 4 minutes over. I messed up a couple times. That's the bad thing about live video. You mess up, you mess up. I've already accepted that. In a classroom, when you do it, you mess up, it's okay. Everybody's okay. But here, you feel like, man, it's forever. Who cares? I used to care. Don't care no more. Anyways, so I will see you tomorrow at 5:30 a.m. Arizona time, Mountain Standard Time. So namaste, peace and love.